Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are here with the creator and host of We Speak Dance, Vandana Hart. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
I don't even know what to say. Okay, you have a show, you've gone around the globe dancing with different cultures. I want your job. Just
She's not lying, she really
I'm
does.
not joking.
Yeah.
Serious.
It's not bad.
It's so incredible what you've accomplished. It's seen on Netflix globally, but what you're really doing is connecting people across cultures through the language of dance. So can you tell us about what your mission is with the show?
Definitely, yeah. So We Speak Dance, I feature different dance cultures all over the world, really to unite people. I think there's so much divide happening, hatred, war, and we need as much content, media, stories, people that inspire us, that show us that across cultures we can have these international languages that deeply connect us, make us fall in love with these characters. I think dance is my secret weapon to enter different cultures and really show the power of this beautiful ancient art form.
Oh, we'd love to show that power now here on the show. Let's take a look.
I want to do the men's dances.
Okay.
I'm coming back for more, bitches. I'm visiting from New York and I'm looking for the best dancers. Am I in the right place?
There was music and dance for every day in Africa.
There's a lot of cultural differences. Everybody puts their own spice in the pan.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sexy motherfucker.
Dance comes from the soul. It's a spiritual thing.
You're feeling your emotions. You're connecting with your community. All of these things are what keep us human.
I think this is what dance does. I'm going to keep dancing.
Sign me up.
How much fun is that?
So tell us which of all the cultures, what things stood out for you? Which dances?
Definitely. Well, I just got back from filming in Brazil, in Rio for Carnival. And the government there has threatened to cut budgets for their samba dancing. So I decided to go this year because of that. The show is kind of a mix of dance and politics. And being there for Carnival and seeing the energy, every community has their own dance and their own incredible choreography at the parade. And it's like a storybook unfolding. Carnival is actually hundreds of stories that each parade line is a different page. And just the energy of thousands of people dancing together all night long till 6 a.m. telling this story. It was one of the most inspiring experiences.
But isn't that what salsa is? A bunch of different dances that came together to form one dance, which is kind of funny because now it's like very regimented. I guess it's like funny.
Yeah.
But the samba, what do you mean the government is cutting things on? So how does the government play into their dance?
Well, they're cutting the samba budgets for the samba schools and the favelas, so it's kind of a direct attack on the people. And so it's a very political time to go. And I think what's cool about the show, it's not just a show, it's a movement. We show up where history is happening, and how can we use dance as a way to change the way history goes. So I went to South Africa for Mandela's 100th celebration to cover dance around that moment, because there's a sense of hope and like renewed energy, and like there's young people who are super excited about their country, and it's an interesting time to feature the dance. And same with Brazil. Now with these challenges with their government and cutting budgets for art and culture, it's really an important time to showcase how profound their dance is and that the world supports them.
And you're doing it in such a powerful way as a UN ambassador. What was your journey to becoming this, dance and political advocate?
Yeah, well, most of my career I've like separated myself as a dancer. I trained at Alvin Ailey and I've like danced my whole life, but then I never thought dance could really change the world. So I was like, where can I do that? And the UN was the natural fit. So I worked on women's rights and safety for much of my career. But then when I lived in Kenya, I was setting up women's rights and safety programs around the world. And I started mixing dance workshops in these countries. And I started to see that actually when I started with dance, I would connect with people immediately and was able to make more progress than just like a traditional UN program without music or dance.
It's so fascinating.
And I ended up becoming a judge on So You Think You Can Dance Kenya. And from there, I was like, well, I can't hide my love for dance anymore. People know now. So then I was like, why not combine the two? And that's how We Speak Dance was
So
born.
interesting. I used to go salsa dancing a lot when I was in my doctorate. I'd go out alone like at 10 o'clock at night. I'd bring my shoes, and the culture was so nice. The people, it was actually incredible. I didn't, people, I think they think that it's like this weird thing to go out. And everyone was so, there was like rules. You couldn't ask a woman to dance twice in a row. But what would happen is I would be so happy when I left. And I feel like it helps our emotional state. It helps, just with connecting with human beings. I feel like in America, we would really benefit to have more dance with all the obesity and sadness and all that stuff. How do you see that we could implement dance more? What kind of programs are out there? What's happening in the dance world?
Definitely. I think, there's dance that's kind of intimidating that you see on like the competition shows where people are doing flips and power moves. And I just went to like this break dancing battle, and like that's kind of intense. But I think there's also just dancing in front of your mirror, every morning. That's part of my ritual, is definitely just like getting the body moving and not dancing for performance, but dancing for yourself and feeling, how's my body feeling today? How can I move in a way that is responding to what I need? And like that could be smooth, or that could just be like totally freaking out and shaking all over the place. And dance has been used for centuries to heal and to connect to the gods. You see that across every culture, that there's ceremonies where people actually enter a trance state through
Whirling
dance.
dervishes.
Exactly. Yeah, so I think we've kind of forgotten that power and connection that we have with dance. And I think we're starting to wake up again, hopefully, and movements like ecstatic dance, 5 rhythms are really inviting spaces where if you're not a trained dancer, you can just come and be and move freely. Or just go take a dance class. Like if there's a style that you're really curious about trying, LA and cities around the world usually have it. Right. One girl wrote to me from Turkey. She has one leg, who's been watching We Speak Dance, and she said, I was so inspired. I danced in public for the first time after watching your show. And then I encouraged her to find a dance class, and she started taking salsa classes, the style you love, and made it into the paper, in the local paper.
So great,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
So what can we expect? What can we expect? I know you can't talk much about your season 2, but what can we expect? When someone watches your show, it's some political, it's some inspiration. What else can they expect?
Well, you get to meet like some of the most inspiring people around the world. So in the Lebanon episode, we crash a wedding, an interfaith wedding. We meet a male belly dancer who talks about gender and dance as protest and revolution. And then, we hit the nightlife, and it really is this journey of where by the time you leave a place, you've traveled with me, you feel this connection to the place, the people, the culture, the history. Hopefully you want to go there, and I think you get to see the place from a different perspective. Like in Nigeria, Lagos, what do you imagine? You think of war, crime, poverty. On this show, you see something different, and you might book a trip there.
What would you say the greatest lesson you've learned has been?
That's really great. Wow. I think just my own kind of limiting beliefs around the power of art in music. I've been so challenged through this process that I really thought, like as a dancer, that wouldn't be enough to change the world. But now my mission is to create dance ambassadors around the world, and any of you can become one by sharing your love of dance and how powerful it is that you can instantly unite and connect with anyone deeply through dance. And
I sign myself up.
she's a dance ambassador. Do I have you to it?
I think I'm going to have to take some lessons from you first, but I'll accept that challenge. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So tell people where they can find you and the show.
Definitely. You can find me at Vandana Hart. It looks like Vandana, Vandana Hart, and then at We Speak Dance as well on Insta, Facebook, and of course the show is on Netflix worldwide, so you can tune in any country.
Amazing.
So appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Stay
having
tuned.
me.
We'll be right back.